That's it. The moment has finally come. The moment Trump was trying to protect America against. Iran is soon arriving on the shores of the Americas. Trump was fighting and crippling Iran with his maximum pressure policy. Joe Biden, with his maximum leniency policy on the other hand, has emboldened Iran. Iran's navy is now on the move. For the first time ever, it is set to cross the Atlantic Ocean in a direct challenge to the United States. The days of the Cold War seem to be back upon America. Hi and welcome. You are watching TFI Global, the foreign affairs and geopolitical analysis arm of the TFI Media Group. I am your host Sanbir Anhotra, and in this video we will talk about how Iran is threatening the United States while Joe Biden remains occupied in wooing it. The Cuban Missile Crisis is often remembered as a defining moment in the Cold War between the United States of America and the erstwhile Soviet Union. In 1962, American ballistic missile deployments in Turkey and Italy aimed against the USSR were countered by the Soviet Union shockingly deploying its own missiles in Cuba, sending the American defense establishment into an unprecedented dizzy. A similar situation is playing out now, but the only major difference is that the government of the United States is today working overtime to woo its enemies. Russia is, to this very day, perceived as an enemy of the United States. However, there are bigger threats facing America today, which the Biden administration is sadly dismissing squarely. In fact, it is negotiating deals with America's enemies, thus compromising the US's security perhaps like no other president. Only this time, the enemy happens to be Iran, before which the Biden administration is prostrating. In a first, Iranian warships are poised to enter the Atlantic Ocean, cross it, and deliver supposed weaponry to Venezuela. Tehran has threatened to send warships to the Western Hemisphere before, but has aborted previous attempts. That Iran has now decided to break that tradition is an alarming development, especially since the journey by Iranian Navy ships is being undertaken while the Biden administration, Iran, and other parties negotiate a return to the 2015 nuclear deal in Vienna. As reported by Politico, satellite imagery of the ship from early May provided by Maxar Technologies shows 7 fast attack boats aboard its deck. In this context, Pentagon spokesperson John Kirby noted that Venezuela purchased weapons from Iran over 1 year ago and warned that a new delivery would be a provocative act and a threat to our partners in this hemisphere. Kirby warned that the United States reserves the right to take appropriate measures in concert with our partners to deter the delivery or transit of such weapons. The deployment of naval vessels is especially important now since chatter suggests that the nuclear deal could be finalized later this month or in July. It is no secret that Iran has been unequivocally demanding for all Trump-era sanctions to be lifted, something which Joe Biden has been reluctant to do in one go. Could it be that Tehran is warning Washington with its aggressive posturing in the Atlantic for this very reason? It does seem so. Iran's naval vessels passing through the Atlantic would be a big deal, reminiscent of the Cold War days, during which the Soviet Union would indulge in such muscle flexing. Earlier this week, Iranian officials stressed that their country has a right to operate warships in any international waters and warned the US government against interfering with those activities, but did not confirm or deny any details about where Makran and Sahand, the 2 Iranian ships, were headed or why. Iran shares a very close friendship with Venezuela, according to the Wall Street Journal. Ever since Hugo Chavez turned Venezuela into a dictatorship 20 years ago, Tehran has nurtured a very close relationship with Caracas. The 2 regimes have engaged in joint defense ventures in the Venezuelan state of Aragua, and Venezuela is known to supply fake identities to Iranian operatives to move around the region. So now, if Venezuela is a party to the Iranian Navy's maneuvers in the Atlantic, it should come as a surprise to close to nobody. In 2016, Iran made a promise to develop naval capability in the Atlantic Ocean. Now, Tehran seems to have decided to make good on that promise, which is why Behnam Ben Taleblu, who watches the Iranian military for the Foundation for Defense of Democracy's think tank, told CNN, if this trip is successful, it doesn't mean Iran will have a blue water navy right away, but it could represent a significant evolution in Iran's conventional navy, which has atrophied compared to the elite Revolutionary Guard Corps. The move by Iran shows just how helpless the Biden administration is, and how America's adversaries are practically poking it in the face without fearing any consequences. Iran is looking to revive its image as a significant power after suffering severe setbacks recently, which ranged from the assassination of IRGC commander Qasem Soleimani last year to the most recent perpetrated sabotage and drowning of the Iranian Navy's largest warship in the Strait of Hormuz. If the nuclear deal is brought back to life even in the face of the latest aggression by Iran, which by all counts is historic in nature, we will know as a matter of fact that Joe Biden does not have the best interests of America at heart.